走り出せ走り出せ空高く鳩と差し果てないこの海を越えて探しに行こうよ誰も今な
Hey everybody, this is Pedro Cortez from Tomopop.com, and I'm here bringing you another video review. This time around, I have the pleasure of bringing you some more Portrait of Pirates. This time, Luffy and Ace, from specifically from the Whitebeard War, which recently occurred in the anime and occurred in the manga several months ago. In the next couple minutes, I'm going to give you some more detailed shots of how these guys look, some of their extra parts, and some photos that were taken along the beaches in Miami. So enjoy! Alright, so first up, we got the box. So you can see here, it's your typical pop affair. Nothing, you know, out of the ordinary. You got a pretty nice little design up here up front. You got Ace showing off in one of his fighting stances. On either side, you have some nice little designs. On the back, you have some extra action shots and the different poses that he can be put in with the extra parts, which I will be showing you in a moment. Now, the box for Luffy is quite similar. As we see here, again, Luffy in one of his combat stances, this one with the little growling face here on the front. Got the nice window. If you can find him, you can get a chance to get a nice look here. And a nice more action here. What I like about these boxes is that the typical pop boxes are typically stacked up and down instead of across, and then these figures are actually wider than normal. They do a good job of displaying them as such. Now, granted, they're nice boxes, but you're going to want to take these bad boys out, so we'll show you how they look with a little more detail. Okay, so let's start off with Luffy. As you can see Luffy here, you can see his extra parts in front of him. I'll go into those in a moment. Luffy, as he stands here, is crouching on top of his base. The base has the typical care that MegaHouse puts into their Portrait of Pirates line. Has kind of like a shiny red coat of paint along with Luffy's logo. Turning around, you'll see how he has his trademarked straw hat, kind of chilling in the back there. And he's in his Gear Second stance, which if you watch the show is his main form of dealing with higher level characters. You'll notice in the photos more than in the video, but Luffy's hair is very, very nice. Like you see, it's very windswept, looks like it's wet, looks like he's been through some holy hell. Now, that is interesting because Luffy comes with an alternate head. Now, the alternate head, the hair comes apart as so. Give it a moment. It's a little tight here. Okay, so you can see here, hair comes apart, and you can switch Luffy's face. Now, you want to make this switch because Luffy's second hat, as you can see right here, can be put on his head. As you can see, as such. Now, you can also see that there is an entire new torso, and this torso, as you can see, is open, so you can see his chest. But if you decide you don't want the beefcake, you can pop this one on top of his waist, as such. Just need to remove it, and then suddenly Luffy is. Oh, it's a little difficult. There we go. Suddenly Luffy looks, well, now looks a bit more grotesque. It'll probably look better once I pop his head on, as such. There you go. You'll notice also if you look a little carefully that this is ball jointed, so you can have Luffy looking around. Also, some extra arms, so instead of having him in his Gear Second stance, you might want to have him you know, balling up his fists ready to fight, which I can get this attached. Oh, also, you may not notice, but if you look close, there are a little L and an R on his arms, so you can tell the difference. Makes it easier when putting on. He came off his base. Let's do that. And difficult here. interesting to note, the vest arm, as you see here, will have a little difficulty. It won't let him put it on. So this arm is made specifically to be put on to the open chest here. But yeah, this is what Luffy will look like if you decide to switch him up. He's got his he's mean mugging here, and he's got his fists up ready to take out anybody who gets in his way. And can't forget putting on his hat. Alright, and then you have Ace. Ace is probably the most look forward to figure of the set, considering the results of the Whitebeard War, which left Ace with a giant hole in his chest and a significant less amount of life in his body. There was an Ace that was previously released a while back, but that Ace had the problem of, while looking nice, kind of being impractical in that the flames that, make Ace, didn't really stick onto him. As you can see here, though, the flames actually stick onto him quite well, and the way that they do this is how it's molded. Okay, now you see a hand here. That's his alternate right hand, which pops out here. Careful I don't bust anything. Okay, and that would go here. If I can figure out how to do this. Okay. Would go here. Now, how to get the flame properly placed on his hand is you would take the piece of plastic, nice translucent plastic, which I really like how this is molded. It really gets a nice feeling of action. And probably can't see it in the video, but in here are indentations to put Ace's hand. So you do something like this, a little something something. Takes a little maneuvering. If you give me a moment here. And suddenly, Ace's hand has got some fire. And you would put it on as such here. And boom. For Ace's other hand, I'm not going to remove it because it was a bit of a pain in my butt to get rid of it the last time, but you can also make Ace's other hand into a bang bang, which is one of his moves. He shoots fire from his fingers. And just like the other one, you just insert as such, and you would attach here. It's a nice look. Okay, and also with Luffy, you have Ace with the flat hair and Ace with the wild hair, and I chose to have Ace with the flat hair so I can properly put his hat on, which you can move like so. And the back and the hair moves in much in the same way. Again, I'm not going to do it. Just very careful here. But you also have Ace's necklace, which can be put on, and his knife, which has a little nub that he can be placed on. Other little bits of details that are really awesome are we have Ace's little bag here, and more importantly, at least for me, the tattoo, the Whitebeard tattoo is on his back. A lot of figures, when they try to screen stuff like this, they don't tend to look that good, but they did a really good job of getting it very even and clear on it, and it looks like it's, properly part of his body. You also notice his tattoo here spells Ace with an S with a crossed out. That wasn't a mistake. There's actually story relevance to that. And little details like his belt, how it hangs, how it's open here, and just how the whole thing has a really excellent sense of action. Alright, so that's it for Luffy and Ace. If you want to get your hands on Luffy and Ace, be prepared to look for a while. There probably are some places that might have Luffy and Ace still in stock, but like all of the recent Portrait of Pirates, once they went on pre-order, they were pretty quickly snapped up. There was Luffy left in stock at Toys Logic a couple weeks ago, but that was a couple weeks ago, so if I can find some more, then I'll put them in the show notes. Otherwise, keep an eye out on eBay, and eventually for their re-release, which probably will go in about 5 minutes, just like all of the recent ones. But either way, this is Pedro Cortez from Tomopop.com, and have yourself a great day.